Okay, we got 21 minutes and 24 seconds on this one. I'm gonna lay back for this shit. Um, it's quite interesting because everyone is like obsessed with what is life, what is great life, what is the most kind of winnable way in life, and all of that is like life is quite simple, and in its simplicity, no one is actually gonna abide by that simplicity because that simple answer to life is just against every cell of our being. And that's simple because it's like life is about growth and letting go of that growth as the destination. And that makes no sense because that is how it is designed to be. Everyone wants to live a winner, but life is not about winning. It's about becoming a winner who is winning by itself. So to make it quite tangible is like life is about you chase one boulder that is a pebble, but it gathers more kind of dust or whatever and becomes a snowball. You roll a pebble in a snow, it gathers dust, it gathers earth, it gathers everything, but mostly the stickiness of the snow is gonna make the pebble seem so small, but at the core of it is the pebble. So life is this pebble rolling eternally, not eternally, but until the momentum stops, that it gathers everything around it. But at the core of it is just a pebble. It's just a flesh rolling until the momentum stops. And no matter what kind of grass you gather, let's call the grass is the relationships, the lively kind of momentum of life. No matter how many snow, let's call it the money you gather, no matter the fame, accomplishments, and status, could be the dust or whatever on the ground, which is not grass or snow, you gather. The pebble is the same, and you just roll and roll and roll and roll, and you gather all of that around this pebble, but the pebble is not gonna change drastically in essence. Sure, it's gonna be influenced by everything around it and identify itself as whatever it is, but the pebble is gonna be a pebble rolling until it doesn't. And this is the foundational problem with all of these gurus doing 50 edits every 5 seconds to keep you engaged in their videos, to add their own sense of ego, sense of accomplishment, and everything, because everyone knows no fame, no money, nothing is gonna make the pebble become a bigger pebble or a less of a pebble. But everyone does it because humanity is literally motivated by fear, and that fear is fear of insignificance. Even me doing these videos, I'm literally using a cheat code that, although I'm literally one in an 8 billion, 80 billion videos posted by 1 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion people, that is not gonna get maybe 5 to 10 views in its lifetime. I at least am satisfied in the subconscious that I am putting the effort to immortalize myself in an immortalized, semi immortalized platform, and kind of way. Literally thinking, my thinking is not gonna be replicable in time because the configuration of my cognitive construction is quite peculiar rather than all of these copy-paste YouTubers. And what I am thinking about is like life is quite simple because the simplicity or the difficulty of the task doesn't matter. It's like you know every answer, but the answer itself is the problem rather than not knowing the answer. The confusion about life is not at all the case because it's just like life is about growth without you wanting the growth to begin with, but becoming a better version of yourself without wanting to be being a better version of yourself, which is like such a sadistic way of systematic design. But I've been obsessed with this idea of conceiving a universe, conceiving an existence that is better than the current existence, but it doesn't make systematic sense. Sure, you could say you could have a world without war, you could have non-discrimination, but that's systematic kind of thinking if you think about it actually other than one dimension of, okay, peace is good. It doesn't synchronize with the actual system because everything has the duality to it. Even fucking Einstein says that the gravitational pull cannot be the only pull in the universe. You need to have another force equal to the gravitational pull to keep the universe intact, because a state of stasis is literally systematically against existence. Existence is by default change of a state, and if anything stays the same, it's not even existing. That's why everything either goes to the peak of becoming better or on the way of becoming worse. That's literally about the body, about the physics, about material, about even fucking soul, which is even not a fucking which is a fucking non-matter, but is still is an existence, is an essence. So the soul grows, the soul kind of, in a lack of better word, stretches. So looking at is all of these fucking gurus and like clickbait this. I see like some of these fucking videos that hopefully I'm not even fucking watching because it's waste of utter time. One video in 5 days has change of thumbnail 3 times because it's not about actually thinking for them. It's about the fucking money, about the fucking recognition, fucking whatever, fame. And maybe that's like the sabotaging self that I'm doing this. I'm not fucking labeling the fucking videos, beautifying the fucking thumbnail. I literally upload the fucking video and YouTube picks a frame of my video and picks it at the fucking thumbnail. Because one of my great friends who's a bestseller tells me something that I never gonna forget, and maybe because it is a bestseller saying that, it resonates with me because it's just such a simple common sense. I literally write 8 to 10 hours a day. That's not normal. That's not even fucking labor. That's torture to anyone who is a fucking writer and they know how writing could be difficult. But for me, it's just like breathing. And what I don't understand is like, he literally says that if you do something, you need to love it so much that you do it 50,000 times without having felt it was 5 times. That's the whole thing. And even my philosophy of it is like, everything has a cost: money, time, energy, everything. And there is no cheat code to this. Either you get more than you put in, like fucking YouTubers or whatever established people who are looking for the upshot of passive income. Because if you literally have one video that gets 50k views, you buy just alone the ad revenue, you're gonna get $50 or 50 euros from it. So it's literally, if one of your videos goes viral with 1 million, you have 1k. And it's not only systematically building your audience towards more semi pseudo guaranteed way of income with patronage, with kind of fanatic armies or whatever. The upshot is worth it for most people. That's why people literally read books on thumbnailing, script writing, or whatever, because the upshot is there. But for me, at least, for my sense of ego, YouTube is just another excuse of me yapping. And I just know that me yapping is the value enough. I'm literally thinking out loud and watching myself think real time. And not only that adds precision to my words, but also it deepens my own thoughts, that I literally think better when I'm writing. When I literally write and I show it to one of these like bestseller buddies that I have, they don't see a writer who is 26 years old. They are seeing a peer at the peak of his performance, as if like fucking Dostoevsky was resurrected as a 60 fucking years old, mature in 21st century. This is not ego farming for whoever is watching the video. It's just literally identity rehearsal to know who the fuck I am. And it's like, now that I'm thinking about it, it's like writing. I don't write for people to understand. I actually write to the depth of my own cognitive ability. At least like a couple of projects that I'm doing recently, I literally write to test my own mind. I literally have like multi-genre, like philosophy, therapy, psychology, anatomy, murder mystery, Shakespearean, Tolkien world building, and all of that in this 1 million word opus that I'm doing. And I've already written like 250k in only 2 months of it. And I'm just fascinated by the stories that come up. Like, I go on a page, I don't know what the fuck I'm writing. I know the ending of the story, I know the plot threads that I need to like get to stay coherent, but I don't know how the fuck am I gonna get there. And that's the fascination, that I'm literally testing my own mind to see, okay, how far you can actually get to see what is there. I'm literally doing this mental excavation, that I dig into my mind deeper and deeper every single day, shoveling the layers of noise and comparison and all of the bullshit that is literally everywhere. And I'm just like thinking about everything that what is in a human mind. That's what fascinates me because some of the times I talk to like most accomplished people in their niche, their thinking is like so different than the normal Joe I talk to. And I talk to like I have this rule of talking to five new people a day because I'm just ravenous about like how a human mind functions. I read like philosophy, psychology, and all of that, but nothing like writing makes me. Even this is like form of writing. I'm just freestyling with my own thoughts. No performance, no pussified kind of piety for people. I just don't give a fuck about any of that. It's like just this curiosity of what is in the fucking human mind and why every time I dig deeper, I fascinate myself more. It's just one fucking mind. It's like so fascinating to me. And here I am like thinking about life, death, and all of that. Is like I feel there is some actual like solution to all of this that I'm just eternally close, but is still not reaching it, not grasping it, and it just makes me like it's like watching a video game as the best video game designer in the world. You don't see the game, you don't enjoy the game, you just are in awe of how poorly designed the game is because of your own capability. When I literally consume stories, if the story is fucking elite, for instance, um, one of my best pieces so far I've written came from after like 20 hours of binging an elite level of storytelling because that consumption crystallizes inside my cognition that I literally combust on the fucking page, crystallizing all of the 20 hours of binging elite level of writing and even elevating that. It's like so fascinating to me that literally even when I see these fucking YouTubers thumbnail pornography and everything is like even you literally fucking click on it for 5 seconds, you already have 50 layers of edits because the content is not strong enough to keep you engaged. You need to be popcornified to literally have your fucking engagement in it. It's just like so poor. And when I see something like this, someone like this, like talking about life, death, it's like, dude, you don't even think your own thoughts are enough to carry the conversation. You need to beautify it. I've done like shit ton of copywriting, shit ton of like beautifying garbage to most people, but the essence is there. Excellence doesn't beautify. Excellence is literally you speak and people literally respect every single syllable because that's how excellence is. A diamond doesn't literally decorate itself with confetti to be more of a diamond. It's literally that. That's not like something else to be talked about. Even when I become fucking famous, a trillionaire, having access to literally commoditizing my own voice, I'm still gonna do this. My phone, maybe at that time, better camera, whatever, no. Just the phone, my voice, and my thoughts. Everything else is just extra noise. And about life, that this video about is like, life is simple because you have a linear life. You're born, you breathe, and you die. That's as straightforward as it gets. And about the complexity of the actual system of kind of continuing in life and how to live it, that's easy as well, but that's impossible to actually do. Life is about learning not to win, but no one wants that. I don't want to not win in life. No one wants to be immortal who immortal, not immortal, but immortal, who literally doesn't cap out on life. Everyone wants to have fucked the most pussies, the most fame, the most utter domination. And that's not life. But that's literally what everyone wants, or gives up because they don't know they want it. But yeah, that's the video.